thanks for stopping by the channel. Today, y'all getting this voiceover action. But it looks like Bravo did what I didn't think they were going to do this soon. And that is fire Miss Jennie Nguyen. So let's get into their post. So let's see what Miss Bravo had to say. So Bravo posted this morning at 11:40 a.m. and it states, Bravo has ceased filming with Jennie Nguyen and she will no longer be a cast member of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We recognize we failed to take appropriate action once her offensive social media posts were brought to our attention. Moving forward, we will work to improve our processes to ensure we make better informed and more thoughtful casting decisions. So yeah, y'all, Miss Bravo gave Miss Jennie the boot. And you know what? It was warranted. It was warranted. I will say, I think there's 3 reasons, just me thinking of why it took Bravo so long to come up with a statement. But before we get into these reasons, I have something for Miss Bravo. What the hell, and shame on you. Shame on you. Y'all are a multi-million-dollar company that has been up since the early 2000s. Like, y'all have cemented yourselves in this reality TV game, and y'all are really jeopardizing your standing for a newbie for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, a show that a lot of people who are into the Housewives franchises don't really like that much. Like, why? Why did you play yourself like that? They really, honestly, in my opinion, y'all, they could have calmed the storms or calmed the waters with 2 posts and then came to us with this post. Number 1, y'all could have made a post saying, we have been made aware of the alleged post from one of our employees. We are doing an investigation. We will let you know our decision coming soon. The second post could have been like, our views do not align with these alleged posts, and we stand with whatever community or whosever community was harmed with her post. That's all Bravo had to do. But y'all took almost a week to say something, and y'all just, it was stupid because y'all made yourselves look horrible to a lot of people. I saw so many comments on so many Bravo pages and even on other blog sites who aren't dedicated to Real Housewives or Bravo Media, where people were in the comments saying I'm not watching Bravo until something is done about this situation, or until Jennie is fired because I don't like the way that they're handling this. And that was from different people from all different walks of life and from different races. So I'm like, what were y'all thinking? Really, what were y'all thinking? But y'all, people gonna have their foots on y'all necks for a long time until y'all really people let's just keep it that way before I go on a tangent. They gonna have their foots on y'all neck. So let's get into the 3 reasons why I think it took them so long just to give us this post about firing Miss Jennie Nguyen. Reason 1 why I think it took the network this long in order to say anything, in order to do anything with Jennie, is I don't think they knew how to handle someone from another marginalized community being hateful, disrespectful, and violent to another marginalized community. I think the network was like, okay, how do we go about doing this and also not ostracizing or marginalizing the Black community or the Asian community? Because I can say there were a lot of Asian people who were like, Jennie got to go. So I can't just sit here and say that it was a boatload of people that were from the Asian community that were like, I agree with her rhetoric. A lot of them were saying no, she got to go because her posts are just disgusting. But I think the network didn't do their due diligence as it pertains to vetting people. Honestly, when you look at Jennie, she's the perfect diversity hire as it pertains to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Think about it, y'all. It's Utah. All we know that comes from Utah is white people and Mormons. That's all we know. That's all we know. But Jennie is she's a great diversity hire. Number 1, she's Vietnamese American. Number 2, she's married to a wealthy man. Number 3, she has a beautiful family. Her little daughter is funny, cute, and quirky and spunky. And number 4, she was attached to Lisa. her and Lisa have been friends or been cool with each other for almost 10 plus years. So it's like on surface, on paper, sis is amazing. But this is why it's important to have people from different backgrounds and different communities when you're trying to do diversity hiring or to make a cast of people from multiple and different ethnic groups and ethnicities and backgrounds. Because someone, like, let's call a spade a spade. Someone who is white is not going to understand that there's anti-blackness thrusted throughout the whole entire world as it pertains to black people and other communities. They probably have this perception that, all minorities get along together. So why would we think she would have an issue with Mary because Mary's black? But she had an issue with Mary because Mary was black. I'm not saying, and again, I say this, I'm not saying the things that Mary said as it pertains to Jen's physical features, mainly her eyes, was right. No, it was offensive. It was completely offensive. But you could tell that Jen had a hard on for Mary, because after Mary apologized, all of a sudden she still got beef with Mary. Then the last episode that came on Sunday, she had nothing. Jen was on mute when Meredith and Jen was getting in that ass. But the moment Mary chuckles, she bucks up at Mary. So why are you fighting with Mary? The main two people who was talking cash money-ish to you and was pulling you together, you had nothing to say. But the moment the black lady says something, it's an issue. So that's an issue. That is an issue. So reason number 2, y'all, Jennie was filming. They filmed the reunion on January the 6th, which is irony at its best because, y'all, so many people have speculated that and said that they found out that certain people who have been in the background of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, just background characters, like C friends of the cast, were at the Capitol, and I'm looking at Jennie like, sis, did you bust some people to the Capitol where you sitting in the car while they was trying to storm? Like, what's up? They might need to do a little search on you. But yeah, y'all, she was filming, and they're gonna pay her. I know some people are upset that she's getting paid, but the truth of the matter is she did a job, so she should get paid. Like, she should get her money. And I think what Bravo was trying to do is make sure, like, they didn't violate anything on their end as it pertains to contract wise, because it's easier to let a friend of the show go because they're not slated to be on the show in that capacity. But Jennie was still a main character. She was a main housewife. So she signed her contract and they got to going. So they have to make sure that they pay her, and the network also has to make sure they don't violate anything. So yeah, she was filming and she gone. I also think what happened is that a lot of the women on the show chose not to film with her. And that was smart of them in the sense of like taking a stance. But also, any of them trying to give Jennie a redemption or give Jennie a pass would have made them look worse. So rightfully so, if they all chose not to film with her, that was the smart thing to do, in my opinion. So reason 3, y'all, is ratings. I really think the Bravo thought that the controversy surrounding Jennie in Salt Lake City would increase ratings, but it did the complete opposite, and it made their ratings drop. And on a series or a franchise that it hasn't really had the best ratings to begin with, they didn't need that. They honestly did not need that. I think Bravo was banking that people would hate watch the show, but no one wants to hate watch racism. We already hate it in real life. And when I say hate watch, I mean like people watch Real Housewives of Atlanta to hate on Kenya, or to hate Nene, or on Potomac to hate Candace or Giselle and Robin, or on OC Vicky to hate Vicky and Tamara. People do that. People have certain characters on these shows that they love to hate, but nothing these women have done has been rooted in overt racism and just hateful malice. Like, Jennie's post basically tried to ostracize the black community and paint them as the dredges of society. And her comment section okayed that, because there were a lot of people in them comments that agreed and would add more to these posts. So nobody wants to watch that. We watch these shows as a Black viewer. I watch this show for entertainment. Racism is not entertainment. So no, I don't want to see her on my screen. I also don't understand what kind of redemption arc they were going to try to give her for season 3, because can she really be redeemed in such a short time? Like, these posts were made a year ago, and then she still lied in her apology talking about she deactivated her Facebook a year ago, but people found out that she had been actively on her Facebook 5 months ago before she was exposed for this. So you're lying, and then you're not really taking accountability, and your apology was trash. So no, nobody wanted to see that. I also think Bravo was like, oh crap, our spring programming is coming, and we don't need people not watching those shows because we want these advertisements dollars, and we want to be where the money resides. Okay? Because think about it, y'all. We have New Jersey is next. That comes out in February the 1st. You got Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy's new show in March. Summer House is premiering now. I think Family Karma is done filming. They're about to come back. And then you also have Married to Medicine and Below Deck about to come. So it's like, so the network really can't afford this type of energy on those shows. We have so many more options of watching shows now because of streaming services that, like, these networks don't have time to play. They really don't have time to play. So they made the right decision letting her go, but they also were flawed in the way they carried out this whole rollout of this situation of Jennie being exposed to be such a horrible person. So before I head on out and end this video, I just want to talk about the future of Salt Lake City. And honestly, the future ain't looking bright for these ladies. Like, Salt Lake City is giving very much, we about to get canceled after season 3. And there's so many reasons why. One was Mary not being a part of the reunion. And a lot of people being like, if Mary doesn't return for season 3, I don't want to watch. And we did have reports that supposedly Mary is still negotiating whether or not she's coming back or not. Then you have this controversy with Jennie, and people are like, no ma'am, pay him. I don't want to deal with it. And then you also have Jen, who might be going to jail because she got indicted by the feds, y'all. Like, she is looking at serious jail time. And then you got Meredith saying that she might not come back because she doesn't like the attacks on her family. And then that just leaves you with Lisa, Whitney, and Heather. And people don't see it for them anymore, especially after this situation. People are happy that Jen, Mary, and Meredith are good now. Like, I've seen people rejoice at that, but people do not see it anymore for Heather, Lisa, and Whitney. Mainly because with Heather and Whitney, it's like y'all were upholding Jennie and her microaggressions and her slick racism. Also, you had Whitney make that vanilla post about Mary's post, but Jennie's post, but Whitney had all this smoke and energy for Mary when she made her comments, her ignorant comments. Heather just retweets Whitney's post, and then all of a sudden comes out with her own post, and it's like, girl, it's a little too late. And as much as Heather fetishizes black men, it's like, sis, you should have been done saying something. You should have said something already. And then if everyone's looking at Lisa like, sis, you've been friends with this lady for 10 years and you telling me like you ain't know she had these views? And it's like, okay, so do you agree with these views? So it made Lisa look bad. So it's like, you can't have a show with Heather, Lisa, Whitney, and a new person. No one's gonna watch that. So honestly, I don't know what their future is going to be, especially if Jen goes away. If Jen goes away, if Meredith decides to quit, we really don't know what's going to be the next for them. Honestly, I think that they should just like cut their losses after season 3 and invest into other shows. Give us Real Housewives of Chicago. Give us Real Housewives of Houston. What's another place? Real Housewives of Las Vegas could be a hit. Like, you have so many other franchises that you could give us. And it's like, y'all don't want to give us this. Y'all want to hold on to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But honestly, sis is a dud. and it's just time to move on. Let's just move on. But yeah, y'all, those are my thoughts. Remember to be bravely authentic, and drop down in the comments below, like, what do y'all think should be the future of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Do y'all agree with Jennie being fired? Did y'all want her to be fired, or did you want to see what the outcome was going to be? But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts below, and I'm out. Deuces.